Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video. Join me once again in my Mark 7 Golf R to talk a little bit around how the Mark 8 Golf R Plus, looks like it's not going to be coming. So I'll get straight into the video really. Just welcome back to another video, hope you are all well. And today I wanted to talk a little bit around the Mark 8 Golf R Plus, which to be honest I've spoken about on my channel probably for the last, I'm going to say 2 years, on and off, about how this potential 400 brake horsepower car or thereabouts was actually going to be made. Now, to give you some context on some of the special editions Golf R over this decade, there was a lot of conversation and talk about the Golf R 400, the Mark 7, and I did videos on this in the past as well, and that basically had what is the RS3 engine, so a 2.5 litre 5-cylinder in a Golf R, delivering around 400 brake horsepower. Sounded fantastic. They were testing around the Nürburgring and everything, so they actually did make that car. Because of Dieselgate and because of cost cuttings, unfortunately, it was scrapped, which was a real shame because that would have been a proper Halo car. But nonetheless, it probably actually makes me appreciate makes us all appreciate the standard Mark 7 Golf R even more, the fact that that car didn't come out. Now, I think a lot of people do talk about the next game and you've got to kind of step it up a little bit, but, VW always have found it quite hard because their Halo in their sort of little group, is the Audi RS3. So you've got to be careful of, stealing off your sister company in some ways. Basically, it's the same group. That's why I've always found it a little bit confusing how the S3 has slightly less power than the new Mark 8 Golf R. This is just the standard Mark 8 Golf R. It's only a small amount, but it's still a little bit. Now, I'll leave a link in the description of this information, but basically VW have really distanced themselves from this Golf R Plus, which is a real shame. It's the sign of the times, but I did wonder if they might sneak something in to show that for me, the R range now is going to be pushing more for electric. And I did wonder if they might do some sort of like hybrid type car, similar to like something that they've done in the Touareg. It's a 3 litre petrol hybrid, which is quite cool, I think, V6. Obviously, you're not going to get that sort of power plant in a Golf R, but there's certainly some sort of advantage you could stick with hybrid power and to get that sort of performance. And that would certainly push forward in the way of their new vision, basically. But yeah, they're certainly saying they're not going to do it. It just doesn't sound like it's on top of their list. I can kind of see why. I think you look in the UK, we've heard news that the government want to push back to sort of 2030 now, of banning petrol and diesels cars. And they're not exactly massively keen on hybrids either. So manufacturers have got to be careful what they invest in, basically, because ultimately it's all about what the consumer wants and what the consumer can actually buy. So I can very much see them even more so pushing for electric, because they just have to. It's whether or not it's the right thing for all of us, it's just what has to happen. Are they going to suddenly be able to come up with an electric Golf R straight away with 400 brake horsepower? It's just not going to happen. It will likely be in the next iteration or something, the Mark 9, or if they just get rid of the Golf altogether and sort of change it all into their ID range, the ID3, ID4, all of that lot. But yeah, it looks like it's not happening, which is a bit of a shame. Check out the link in the description around that. Let me know your thoughts. I suppose for me, I've had this car for 3.5 years. I've certainly not been wanting any more power. I took it for a drive yesterday, which I quite enjoyed. And even with a manual gearbox, which is quite short ratios as well, so you're getting up and down the gears quite quickly and helps for acceleration and stuff like that, but it's not exactly as fast as it could be. And for me personally, I'm not wanting any more power. And for those people that really do want powers, there's modifications out there. You can sort of stage 1, stage 2 it, or like chip tune it and get it up to those sort of power figures or beyond, and that will suit that particular individual who wants to do that. And actually, I've heard decent things about reliability even when they get to sort of that sort of power range. So it can be done on your standard sort of Mark 7 or whatever, and I'm sure there's possibilities to expand the Mark 8 as well. So yeah, there's my kind of initial thoughts on it. It's a bit of a shame because we want to see new and exciting sort of products in that sort of category. I think they need sort of like a little bit of a Halo kind of car, and to kind of push the boundaries. I think it just gets sales, even if it's in limited numbers. But you look at like the performance of obviously full-on electric cars now, it just blows your mind. And yeah, I think that's where things are going now, basically. And yeah, distancing themselves a little bit from a Golf R Mark 8 Plus basically in the future. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Very much a community channel. I'm really interested to know your thoughts on it. I have done videos on this in the past in a couple of years as well, and my reactions always from my subscribers and from viewers has always been they want to see it. So it is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments around it. Bit of a community channel, as I say, so please feel free to get involved. Like, share, subscribe, plenty more content to come, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.